Hello everyone and welcome back. This is game one of the match between Belle, aka Pastel, and the Freelancer. Belle chose the map first, and that is Shinano River in the wintertime. It's a map that she really likes a lot. It's a great map for skirmishing, just because this river here just really throws a wrench in trying to attack. Also, these ridges right here in the middle can make you have to maneuver all the way around, so it's really hard to flank and trap a skirmishing unit. And speaking of skirmishing, Belle, of course, has brought 3 bow cavalry, as is her custom. Not always 3, but there's almost always 1. Akisho Ninja here will try and capture the archery dojo, which will be huge for her. And I didn't see any bows at the beginning, but they just came out. Those are 3 bow Ashigaru. They're going to try and scare off that bow cavalry. When I first looked at the army, I didn't see any. I thought, oh man, if he has no bows, we're number one going to be in for a very long battle, as Belle will push that skirmish advantage to the last until she is out of arrows. And number 2, he might not stand much of a chance, as Belle is very good at just tearing apart any sort of army that doesn't have any defenses against skirmishing. So anyway, Freelancer's being a little risky in putting this detachment here isolated on the other side of the ridge, just a matchlock and a Naginata samurai, but a Naginata will help if the cavalry tries to lash out, but a big attack could kill this detachment early. But if she didn't get a good engagement off, the Naginatas could do a lot of damage to cavalry. We notice also Yari cavalry hidden off in the forest here, so she has plenty of ambushes set around with the Kisho ninjas, the Yaris, some more cavalry off here in the woods back there, and Freelancer seems to be fording the river to get around onto Belle's side of the map. Now let's look at his army here. He has, looks like, 5 Katana Samurai, and a few Naginata Samurai. Looks like 4 of them, and 3 Bow Ashigaru, 2 detachments of matchlocks with a Naginata Samurai defending them. We don't see any cavalry, at least not yet. It might be hidden off in the trees, but given the way he's putting his whole army across the river like this in sort of an attacking setup, far from any sort of ambush, we may not see any cavalry out of the Freelancer. You never know. Bow cavalry are just tearing this detachment to shreds. Not working out too well for the Freelancer, but on the bright side, he is using up arrows from this bow cavalry, which could be going into the more valuable Katana Samurai. Because looking at Belle's infantry line, not a whole lot there. Just the 4 Katana Samurai, and then 2 Naginata monks. A matchlock, surprisingly, from Belle and the Kisho ninja. So maybe a little limited on what the damage of matchlocks can do, though they will be nice cavalry deterrents. And in fact, I think right when I saw this army, I might have taken this detachment all the way back and just used those matchlocks for cavalry deterrents, because there's quite a bit of cavalry, though. On the other hand, he doesn't know exactly what Belle has in terms of cavalry, because they're all hidden off in the forest, besides the 1 bow cavalry. Now, 1 bow cavalry seems to be sacrificing itself and getting a big charge off into the bow Ashigaru. Not a bad usage of bow cavalry. Their charge is quite potent. Killed about 60 men in that charge, so nice use there of the bow cavalry. Now, for Freelancer, he's in a bit of a precarious situation here, because this Yari cavalry is right here. And oh, she has a perfect shot at the general, and just speak of the devil, here it comes. Not going to be able to react in time. Big charge coming into the general there. Killed 10 men in that charge. It wasn't the best charge, it was rather thick, but considering they're going for the general in the middle, maybe not such a bad charge. Trying to kill that general right away. Didn't get him, but killed 11 men, so I don't know if Freelancer's even noticed yet. Oh boy. My settings seem to reset. I will need to turn that volume down. Okay, that's better. And some more cavalry. Looks like it's the same bow cavalry. Oh no, that's actually one of the Yari cavalry has come out of hiding and hitting the bows of the charge. Now, this is actually a good idea, I think, by Belle, to be attacking the bows here, because if his bows get taken out, he'll have basically nothing to respond to the bow cavalry with, and she'll be able to skirmish to her heart's content. Matchlock Samurai are down to about 40 men now, and taking a charge from the bows. Naginata Samurai are getting a little distracted, maybe. Trying to move out with Yari cavalry. Did I see Great Guard? I did, but those are Belle's Great Guard, actually. So, ooh, the Naginatas here, far from the general, going to be engaged with katanas. Not going to end up too well for them, especially they're going to take a big cavalry charge in the rear, I imagine. Very shortly. There it is. They're actually moving out now, wavering on the move, though, going to take a nice charge from the bow cavalry. And there they go, they broke, so that little detachment's been taken care of, and the cavalry that tried to relieve them as well. So Freelancer's taken some big losses early on. Not a whole lot of hard-hitting units necessarily, but the bows are just crushed right now. 28 men in that unit. I'm surprised it hasn't routed, being an Ashigaru. 77 in that one. Not going to have so much to match up to Belle's skirmishing, but we'll take a look at her bow cavalry now. One there that has 42 men. Let's see where the other ones are. If she even has any left. Oh, there's the other one too. 44 and 42 men. I think the third one might have been routed when I tried to kill the bows. I don't see it on the map anywhere. Naginata Samurai trying to regroup, and Belle looks like they've done a little switcheroo here across the river. Now, Belle is the designated attacker, but skirmishing the bow cavalry does count as attacking, so she can just run around the map all day. One reason why she likes this map, with the hills right here, mountains I should say, right in the middle, you can just play Ring Around the Rosie all day long and skirmish away. At least until your ammo runs out. Keisha Ninjas have surprisingly been spotted. I guess she was trying to rush a little bit quickly and they managed to get hit by some bows. Only lost 4 men though, so no big losses. Maybe was trying to sneak in for a sneak attack. Speaking of sneak attacks, that first attack by the Yardie cavalry killed 21 men in total, but the general is still alive, but only having 9 men in the unit. If that general gets engaged, it will almost certainly instantly waver and be in danger of routing. So Freelancer may be a bit stuck here, not quite sure what to do. His matchlock detachment from the east side is all alone on the other side, and Belle could do a little repeat performance of what she did to the other one, or maybe she'll go after the main body, because let's take a look at the spear line. I need to judge this. I think he's still got plenty of Naginata Samurai, so it looks like Freelancer still has a tentative infantry advantage. So if he can ward off the cavalry, he could win a melee battle if it came down to it. But he doesn't have a whole lot that's going to pull a infantry battle in his favor. He's going to have to hope he can grind it out, because the only thing he can have is a matchlock. That's really the only thing that's going to turn the battle. Oh, I guess he does have one. Oh no, that was the general. All of his cavalry seems to be gone. He might have one in hiding somewhere, but maybe not likely. Now, an interesting thing I think Belle could be doing, though this isn't something that she likes to do, is if she started shooting at the general with the bows, it might just be enough to spook the general and get him to rout. When they get down to such low numbers, the generals actually rout pretty reliably. I guess reliable isn't the right word when you're talking about routing, but you know what I mean. But she doesn't like to target generals. That's just one of her code of ethics. That's a nice challenge, I will admit. Bows are shooting into the Naginata Samurai. Not the best use of your bows, as they have the highest armor of the melee infantry, at least standard melee infantry, so maybe a bit of waste. I'd really be targeting the bows of the katanas. If I plan to push the skirmish advantage longer, which I'm sure she is, I'd be going for the bows first to give my bow cavalry a clear line of attack where they can be responded to. Keisha Ninja are also capturing the building right here in the middle, which is the workshop. So she'll have the archery dojo, which actually, now that you mention it, the archery dojo is being taken by the Freelancer, so they're going to flip-flop on the buildings a little bit, which, now that she has the workshop, could be a good time to press out with an infantry attack. And the matchlocks are shooting, so we will go over there and see what they're shooting at, just into Nodachi Samurai. Not a bad target, but maybe should have really conserved those and kept with the main line, because that's the only real shock troop that he has to turn the infantry battle, and they're going to get cut down by cavalry and Nodachis, we'll assume, in here. Maybe get a bit of the charge. Oh. Ooh, nice charge by that dude right there. See you later. Matchlock seen moving. Yep, they have shattered, so they're off the field. Naginata Samurai here should be able to beat this depleted Nodachis, but a Katana Samurai here is going to rush into the fray as well. Ooh, their charge gets stopped a little bit. And the cavalry coming from the rear too is going to do a nice job here. 92 men and shaken, wavering. They will go any second now. Doing some decent damage to the cavalry. There they go, though. They have routed. This Great Guard is down to 21 men, so her cavalry is fairly depleted, though she has, ooh, that one Great Guard's at 53 men. Actually, just shot one of her own men right there. I was about to say 54, and then I saw that dude get shot, and now it's a 53. And she also has a Yardie cavalry, and another Yardie cavalry. So she still has plenty of cavalry here, and Freelancer is left without any shock troops. He's really just going to have to depend on his melee force, just outgrinding Belle's, which, look at the experience. Belle seems to have put one chevron into all of her katanas, and I think Freelancer's, yeah, is entirely fresh, so has one more unit than her, but the experience works a little bit in Belle's favor. Maybe they're out of ammo because she's going right into melee now with the bow cavalry. Or maybe not, pulling out quickly. Boashigaru are 54 men and wavering. This one is 70 and wavering. For some reason, they seem to rout a lot after they have left the fight. I don't know why that is, but they recover. She does have a Kisho Ninja, though, who I don't think has used any bombs. I certainly didn't see any bombs. So we could see them enter the fray as well. Belle is being extremely careful in this battle, as she usually is. Never going to attack until she has to. It's a good style of play. This great guard here at 20 men is uncapping the farmhouse. Maybe going to try and take it for herself. Farmhouse is a great building to have if you're skirmishing. That speed bonus is huge, especially with bow cavalry. Got some repositioning as well, and she might be moving up the matchlocks now to try and do some matchlock skirmishing. We'll see if this is a matchlock samurai. This could be interesting. A Naginata samurai is moving to the workshop. This is very dangerous. I think that Belle would be best served by running a matchlock samurai up to this ridge and just covering the workshop here in the middle, and so nothing can touch it. Would be a really good use of it, and the bows won't have as much effect as a matchlock shot will on a Naginata samurai. Freelancer himself is moving up a little bit. Both sides just seem to be squaring off at this point. Freelancer unsure how to proceed, but frankly it's not his job to proceed. It's going to be Belle, so bows are shooting. Ooh, getting some decent shots into the bow cavalry. Only killing a couple, but if she doesn't notice this quick enough, could be able to get these bow cavalry off the field. Another nice little volley, killing 3 men. Lost 6 in total. Starting to run a little thin. One bow cavalry's at 21, one's at 31. So our skirmish advantage is about to be pushed to its limit. And actually, if Freelancer can manage to rout the bow cavalry here for Belle, he will actually have a skirmish advantage himself, having the only bows on the field. Of course, Belle could micro as her matchlocks, especially the increased range, and could finagle some sort of an advantage there in the range department. Building here is still captured for Belle, unless... I don't think that's corruption. Is the flag even moving? Slowly. They changed the time it takes to capture buildings. It'd be kind of interesting if they did. Great Guard are capping the farmhouse for themselves. The archery dojo won't be too helpful with 2 depleted bow at Ashigaru, but the Freelancer has chosen to take it anyway. Might as well get every advantage you can. Cavalry has moved back for Belle as well. She's positioned her force on this side of the river too. Now she has to do something here. At all times you have to be maneuvering towards the enemy, and she seems to be idling a little bit. So she's got to push something. Bow cavalry is moving out. Maybe they'll do something. Now this battle should be corruption free, as this battle was played after the patch. If this battle ended up being corrupt, that would be a very bad sign for this tournament. But I'm 100% sure that it's not. Cavalry is moving as well. Looks like she's just trying to line up all of her forces before making a final assault. And Freelancer just sitting tight. And that's all he really needs to do. As Belle is the one that's going to have to be moving out here. And it looks like she is. Katanas are moving to maybe make a frontal assault across the river. There are no matchlocks left, so she doesn't have to worry about withering matchlock fire. Might be a good place for her to engage, especially because the Kisho Ninja is still right here, and they are hidden. Now she's moving them around, and it looks like from this direction the only way they'd be able to hit is with a frontal assault. So maybe not the best usage of them. I think I'd be moving around the back here. Maybe get a bomb off. I mean, if she got a bomb off into the general and a repeat of her round 1 match with Hero, that'd probably obliterate what's left of that unit. That'd actually be a lot of fun to see. And the Kisho Ninja hasn't been in battle for a while, so Freelancer might have forgotten about it. Never really did any damage. Matchlocks are moving up to respond to the bows. Bad firing angle for both sides. Worse for the matchlocks, though, as the bows can at least arc over that and do something. Might get caught here, though. The cavalry is moving out to maybe try and take the bows off the field, but you know, if there's any time to make an attack, it's probably this one. Her bow advantage will be limited at this point, and it's probably about time to be moving out. There's a matchlock. Ooh, Naginata Samurai are caught in the river. Oh, they lost so many men. I think they lost about 30 men in that volley. And the bow cavalry are actually just going for it and into melee. They're going to get pinned down by the Naginatas. They're not careful, though. Looks like they will. That's going to be it for Belle's skirmish advantage, and noticing that, we see the katanas moving on the horizon. Looks like she's decided to make her attack now, and with 4 katana samurai all in good shape. Actually, And they're not all katanas, by the way. There's 2 katanas and 2 nodachis. 1 nodachi is at 50 men, so actually Freelancer does have a pretty good melee advantage at this point. It's not huge. I mean, he's not going to smash her right away. But if the cavalry does not get off a good attack, then Freelancer is probably going to end up taking this battle, because all that he'll have left are naginatas and swords, which the cavalry will not do well against, especially because they are, for the most part, hurt. 1 great guard is actually still on this side of the map, and mounted. So Belle's organizing her force here. Now, did she clean up the bows? No. Looks like she got 1 of them. Yeah, 1 of them. There's 1 left of 49 men, and they are firing. We'll see at who. Ooh, waste of a fire attack there. Didn't hit anybody. Too bad. I'm really hoping for one of those times when I like follow an arrow, it would actually like hit somebody. That'd be so cool. Ooh, fire attack's not going to do any good in the water there. I don't think they killed anybody in that volley. Matchlocks are coming up to be a skirmish line up in front, and it's going to be a pretty effective one as well. Freelancer pulling back, deciding that he does not want to be running into the matchlocks. Going to make Belle chase him, which is exactly what she needs to do. Kisha Ninja up in front, maybe looking to get off a preemptive bomb, or just be a distraction. Or both. Hey, why not? Actually got a clear shot at the general now. Looking him out in the open. See him on the horizon right there? Can't she get him? Oh, not a good firing angle. But she can maybe get a shot off. Will she do it? Come on. I'm watching the general. This would be huge. Please shoot at the general. I want to see him get nailed. Come on. Oh, they're getting hit by bows. Oh, I'm not going to shoot at the general. Darn it. Who are they shooting at? Probably the bow Ashigaru. Or the katana samurai. Look at this. I tell you, she loves skirmishing, and I'm pretty sure that I will never need to tell you that in the future, because if you've seen this battle, you understand just how much she likes skirmishing. I mean, she will not push a melee advantage till she's absolutely exhausted every form of skirmishing that she can. So, I actually queued up these battles tonight, and I was like, oh, you know, hopefully this one will be, you know, nice and quick and I can go to bed. How wrong I was. And I remembered that I was casting Belle. And that's how it is. Katana Samurai getting hit as well by the matchlocks right now. Down to 77 men as they are getting hit by the bows. Reforming yet again. Pushing up a little farther. Maybe to start shooting into the main infantry line. Or into the general. Wonder who they're going to shoot at. It's Russian roulette here. Ooh, maybe the Naginata Samurai, because these Great Guard are running up. Actually, this is huge. There's no spear protection here for infantry line. This is a great decision by Belle to just run full force in with the Great Guard. I think this can do a ton of damage. They're spread out nice and wide, all organized, and here comes the big charge. Nice. Look at that, they just plowed right through the line. Oh, look at that massive bodies flying back right there. Managed to get his general out of the way, though. That was good. Oh, man, they took a lot of damage. That unit lost 35, that one lost 20, that one lost 20. Probably killed, oh, what, 60 to 80 men in that charge. I mean, not that much. They were probably down a little bit by this point, but you can see the bodies there strewn across the front line. It was a good charge. With no spear protection there, really left them vulnerable. And it looks like the melee battle might finally start as the Matchlock Samurai are engulfed by the Katana Samurai. And there go the bombs. Those are blinding grenades, actually. Made a mistake in the last one, wondering why no units were killed in the bomb throws. Actually, because it was blinding grenades. Those aren't, though. Those are real bombs, as you can see by the bodies flying everywhere. We lost quite a few men, down to 30 men. Or, down 30 men, sitting at 89. Matchlock Samurai still in the fight. Finally, the melee battle will commence, as Belle is bringing up her Katana Samurai up the beachhead. And there they go. A couple of Nodachis seem to be stuck. Activating Banzai. I said katanas again, didn't I? These are Nodachis. My bad. Here comes the charge on a moving enemy. Not going to do too much damage. Actually, can get stuck. Ooh. Kind of... I don't know if that was intentional on Freelancer's part, but if it was, that was a great job of blocking that Nodachi charge and making sure it didn't do much damage. Though his line is pretty disorganized at this point. If Belle can fill in the gaps here, she should be able to divide and conquer and end up winning this melee battle pretty easily. The general sitting there still at 9 men. Be a very vulnerable target for a cavalry attack. Look at this, chasing the matchlocks off and being a good distraction. And Freelancer is totally disorganized now. That'll be a big advantage for Belle, but has already committed all of her infantry force, it seems. Nope, there's a Kisho Ninja still taking the workshop, deciding not to put him in melee, deciding the workshop is a better option, which, not a bad choice. Katana Samurai getting hit from the rear with the Yari cavalry. Still in the red morale. Is the general in stand and fight? Yes. The general for Freelancer is making his last stand here in stand and fight. As the Arty cavalry is coming in from the rear. Katana Samurai just getting blasted right there. Rally is active, so they're not going to go quite yet, but down to 77 men in red morale. Freelancer's line is wavering. Just got 2 split up there by that attack, and the Matchlock Samurai are going to complete this hammer and anvil with a fire attack to the rear. If they stop, getting a point-blank shot off, making sure they're not going to miss, but they might miss their opportunity if they don't stop soon, because there goes Freelancer's army. All gone except this one unit. It's Naginata Samurai. Maybe they'll turn around and take a shot into him. This is the last unit Freelancer has, and Belle might finally secure victory here. And there they go, they routed. So Belle takes the first game in the series, 1-0 after quite a lengthy contest, but a decisive victory there by Belle. See you back on the main menu. And there we go, look at that. Now with replays we get to see the results screen. That's such a great addition. I can't believe that wasn't in there soon. Freelancer having the numbers advantage there, but Belle with her extreme micro skills on the bow cavalry usage was able to whittle that down and pull away a fairly easy victory after getting Freelancer's infantry all disorganized. Great moves there by Belle and great micro. 20-minute battle, wow. I think that's definitely the longest one in the battle so far. Indie Pride versus YK Cheng was like 17 around there, so I think that does take the cake as the longest battle so far, but we have at least one more to go in this series, so I was